down the transaction name and the transaction code, right? Because half the battle is to know what these transactions are, right? Because that will significantly improve your ability to troubleshoot and work and administer an SAP system. What I've also done is, if you have logged in as Shishya, right, you will see this favorites. This favorites, just like, you know, favorites in a browser, right? It's been accumulated over time, but they're all basis-centric transactions, right? So if I look at workload analysis, these are the transactions for it, right? If I look at monitors, SM51, SM50, right, the transactions we have done. So all of my favorites which are here, I can also export them, right? So I can go to favorites and I can download it to my PC. And if I give you that file, then you can upload it to your user ID, right? When you create your new user ID. So what I've done is I have got these favorites available here. It will just, you know, when I download it, it'll download it as a CSV file, which you guys can import it. And as a homework, I would want you guys to do it. So I'm actually going to put this into our Yahoo group. So one of the homeworks you need to do is, once you have your ID created, most of you should have it. I think Arpita and you know, Rahul, you need to. Did you already create your ID? No, right? When you do it in SD1, you just, you know, and then everyone should just import this into their user ID. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this onto the Yahoo group. So that everyone has it. Right, files. I'm going to add this file, and that's how most of exercises, homeworks, etc. are going to be distributed to you through Yahoo groups.
Favorites you create, sir, is it user specific or
user specific?
your favorites? For the users, they will see their own and they won't see your favorites.
Yeah, if I put this favorites to my case, then I can see that.
Yes, you can see. Yes. Not other users. If other users are logging onto your system, they will not be able to see.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have uploaded that. You know, here it is as a homework. Then this way you guys would have those transactions readily available, right? Even if you forget them, they're there. So when we do logon load balancing, right? SAP needs to determine a logon group which you want to connect to and what servers are in that logon group. And only then will it let you do logon load balancing. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure that we have a logon group. And the way to create a logon group is through a transaction called SMLG. So another transaction being introduced, SMLG. /n SMLG. Right. And you will see that there are a number of logon groups here already. Right. So I am going to show you how I'm going to create my logon group. And any exercise which we do on the system, most of them we'll do with our initials so that everyone can do it, right? So I'm going to create a logon group called B31 for batch 31 _ AD for my initials. And we'll use this kind of naming convention throughout. So I'm going to create a logon group. I'm going to call it B31 _ AD. And I'm assuming others cannot get into this transaction, right? It's giving you a read-only transaction, right? Because I think it locks it, right? It probably does not show you this create button, so we'll have to do it one by one. This is one of those transactions. So B31 _ AD, just look at what I'm doing. Instance, it is going to get mapped to Saraswati SD100 central instance. I copy that. The moment I copy that, I see it right at the bottom here. B31 _ AD is mapped to 00. I want to create another assignment. It's saying that B31 _ AD is also mapped to 02. That means you would log on load balance to one of these two when you connect to this logon group. And after that, I'll save it. So my logon group has been saved. And I want everyone to do this, right, so that everyone has their logon group. But we can only do this one at a time. This is one of the two exercises which has this requirement. So what we'll do is
why do we need this logon group? Is it like related to roles, profiles?
no, to logon load balancing.
Oh, okay.
That's the exercise you're doing, right? Logon load balancing. So for me to load balance, I need to know I want to load balance between which app servers.
Okay.
So first you put app servers in a group,
Yes.
then you load balance between them. Right? Doesn't, you know, nowadays it's very common to, if you've got 10 app servers, put all of them in one group, call it public or call it, you know, corporate or your company's name, right? And everyone is going into that. So having done that, I'm going to back out of it and I'm going to have you start with SMLG.
Question. Let's say we have 10 app servers.
Why don't you start in the meantime? Like, yeah.
We have 10 app servers. Is there any way we can define 5 app servers for public and then for internet and then a 5 app server for intranet?
See, in SAP, yes, the simple answer is yes, you can do it. So, but when you do internet and intranet, typically your SAP R3 or ERP logon groups is not where you want to differentiate the load. Typically when traffic is coming from the internet, it is coming through portal, right? So it's a different product, right? And then portal will connect to ECC6, right? So ECC6 itself is not differentiating between where is the traffic coming from. Yeah.
So, I mean, whatever we are doing is for intranet or for designing or to set up an environment, right?
Right. But you can, this concept is the same. You can create as many number of logon groups and you can differentiate what app servers participate in it. Right. Are you done? Yeah.
Give the command button and
Yeah, SMLG is it's called T code, not a command. Right? SMLG. /n SMLG. Yeah. Yeah, so
I'm going here to this logon group.
Correct. So create a Logon group called B31 with your initials.
It's not letting me.
No, you have to. Oh, only one person can be in SMLG at a time, right? So if I do SM04, yeah. So everyone should back out, right? Only as that's why I was saying that it locks it, right? So everyone should come out of SMLG, and we will do one individual at a time. So back out from SMLG. Everyone. Sachin, Sharma L, Sharma S, and Naga user IDs. Come out of SMLG. Sharma L, Lalit. Okay, now go back into SMLG. You should do, check yourself, Rahul, and then we'll go down the list of people who are remote. B31 underscore your initials and put both the app servers in it. And then we should just go down the list. You should announce as you start finishing your SMLG transaction. And after you finish it and save it, back out, right? So that the next person can get into it.
I think the Canon instance.
There are only 2 instances. So you need to pick both, right? You need to do it twice. Back in a second.
Yeah, you did. Yes. Last time. You will see the recording. It was recorded here. You need to join a Yahoo group. After that, you will receive all the updates from that group.